Welcome to another episode of the Insert Name Here Show, talking about geek culture, news and lifestyle. How you feeling this week?
A little bit better than last week, but still a bit crook.
You reckon you got another episode?
Just for those guys? Yes, absolutely.
Well,
always.
You're pretty excited about this one.
I am excited about this one. So, obviously, recently there had been a quick, teaser trailer on the new Powers TV series from the Powers graphic novel.
Now, I don't read Powers.
I don't either.
But you told me something about the trailer that got you excited, got me pretty excited as well.
Yeah.
So, why don't we check it out and
absolutely
see how it...
Yeah, I mean, look, first of all, I don't read the book, but I like the concept of it. That's one thing that I am going to say now, and I'm sure I'm going to say later on during the episode again. But we'll do a normal thing, pop it up there.
I'm not familiar with the concept.
Yeah, it looks cool. Let's start it now.
Hit play. And that's why we are excited.
Time when I could fly, I was a hero, above the law. Then I lost my powers, so they gave me a badge. What am I supposed to do with that?
We're gonna need to censor that.
We don't need to censor anything.
We do, come on.
All right.
It's your own fault, they're all dead.
How good does this look so far?
Good to have a real detective around. See if you can teach him something.
You know, I asked for Powers Division. No cop in the world knows what you know. No one else can teach me how a power thinks.
Being powerful makes you feel like you could save the whole world.
What do you think so far?
Well,
what you've seen?
The thing that's hard for me to not see or not hear is the guy's accent.
Whales alive.
You don't like it? It's not.
It's okay, but we both know he's South African. We both know how he actually sounds.
Yeah. That guy just almost looked like Grant Morrison for a second.
We're all nearly here.
You didn't see him, the bald guy?
He has my
That's so cool!
But the curse.
Come on, it's fine.
It's unlocked.
Okay, I don't understand this coming to PlayStation thing.
Here, free with active PlayStation Plus membership.
So it's not going to be on like TV. It's not going to be like NBC.
I don't
or whatever.
know. I'm actually very curious now. I'll have to look it up. I didn't read the article. I just watched the trailer. And I was like, yeah, that's good enough to buy my win.
Well, I'm sure being at the members of the INH show, we can always get exclusive episodes.
I'm sure we try, but
okay, well that's pretty.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Well, that's my first viewing of the trailer. I didn't actually see it because I really had no reason to see it until you told me let's do an episode about it.
Yeah.
Sholto Copley. I'm a big fan of Sholto Copley.
So am I. Amazing actor.
You know what's funny though? In that trailer, he curses.
Yeah.
And you saw District 9?
Yeah, I loved District 9. It was one of the...
I'm a big fan. It was like the surprise hit of whatever year it came out. But anyway, with District 9, it gained between like my brother and I, it gained quite a bit of notoriety because of the language, the cursing in that.
Okay.
The prawns.
Oh, the prawns. Yeah.
Prawn.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cursing in it, and in fact,
there was a lot of cursing in it.
I'm sure there was a YouTube clip of him just someone has strung together all the F words or whatever. Like I think they did that with that movie like Wolf of Wall Street or something.
Oh really?
I think so.
Oh wow.
But
okay.
Anyway, with the South African accent and with the cursing, it was just sounding weird.
I don't think it sounds awesome.
So he curses in this.
Yeah.
This is not a kids show.
No, it's definitely not a kids show. It doesn't look like a kids show as well. Seen some of the imagery in there as well. I'm sure it's going to be violent. It's a cop, obviously a cop/detective sort of TV series as well. So
I think the trailer's quite interesting. I like the concept that this is a guy who's had powers, and I presume he's hunting down powers who are guys who have powers. They call them powers. Who are trying to maybe take over the world or do bad things.
Yeah. So
and his job is to.
So he's just basically the detective or the police officer who's assigned to it because
he has that insight into them.
Yeah, exactly, which is pretty cool, right? I really like the concept of it. I really do. Again, I haven't read the books or the graphic novels. Everyone has been telling me to make sure I read it for the past couple of years now. Just never got around to it. But,
I've never really had that big of an endorsement. Maybe it's because people know I don't really go out of my way to read non-superhero books.
Okay.
In general. As a TV show, this looks quite interesting. Did you ever watch Heroes?
Yes. Yes.
Well, yeah. Well, doesn't this remind you a little bit of like the the guy with the
can't
horn rimmed
remember his
glasses,
name. I know who you're
the
talking about.
cheerleaders, the daughter.
Yeah, the one that went around trying to.
Like he has no
kidnap
power.
everyone.
He has no
No,
abilities.
he was just an agent,
And
right?
he teams up with the guy who has a power.
Yeah, that's right.
And his job is to it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, that's actually a very good way of
Except this
putting it.
obviously looks like more grounded in some sense of reality, and there's cursing, and it looks violent. I mean, there's a guy with the blood in the face. This is not a kid's show.
Yeah, true. Well, at least we know that off the bat from the trailer already.
Did you have any issue with the Sharlto Copley's
accent?
Yeah,
no, I'm okay with it. I think he does well.
When you told me he was in it, I worried that he was gonna slip in and out.
Wait, but the thing is, I mean, he pulled it off. For me, he pulled it off in the 18. You didn't think so?
What do you guys think? Did he pull it off? There was a scene specifically where he goes into the South African accent.
Really?
Yeah, I think
I don't recall. So.
Yeah, well, I think he was playing a very exaggerated Southern American accent.
Right.
Which is, I'm not going to do one now, but I think it's a fairly simple accent to do as an actor. Okay. I don't know. From what we've heard, from what he's said, the dialogue that we've heard, he's doing a pretty good job.
I think so. I think he's an amazing actor. I put him up there, and I'm a huge fan of Edward Norton as well. He's another one of my favorite actors. Very versatile, can do a lot of different sort of things,
Oh, I mean, Edward Norton is a movie star, and I mean, Sharlto Copley is as well, but...
He's a movie star.
Yeah, I think Edward Norton could have been good in this particular role.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way, actually. Good call. Good call.
Yeah. But Sharlto Copley, I mean, I think he's a great actor. It's quite interesting.
Definitely good. He's amazing.
That he's gone down to TV, from the movie.
It's really weird like that, though, isn't it? Going to TV.
More so, this whole PlayStation thing. Like, I might have to look into it because, does that mean I can't?
I think it's maybe like for people who subscribe onto the PlayStation.
But does that mean like who's going to be watching this thing? Like, I can't just turn on the TV. Well, we live in Australia, so we're not going to see it on TV anyway. Oh, we might. But, like, it's not going to be on, like, NBC or Fox or, I don't know.
I don't know how it's going to work.
AMC
it's going to be
or whatever.
We'll have to, I guess, wait till closer to the dates and see what happens.
What do you think about Bendis? Brian Michael Bendis?
Do we have to have this discussion?
I think it's fairly important. I mean, this guy created it.
Okay, so I've got very mixed feelings about Bendis, to be honest with you. How do I say this? I think he's overall a great writer, but I think to a certain degree he's overrated. Not specifically because it's him. I think specifically because all the fanboys that are like, oh, he's the best, are like, it's like, dude, come on, really? Come on.
I've read a few of his things, like New Avengers, and I think he wrote Mighty Avengers. And one of the criticisms that he got was he's wordy. It's all about dialogue.
Yes.
The speech balloons.
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, I don't mind the speech bubbles. I'm an imagery sort of person. I'm visuals more than anything else. But I do need a bit of, obviously a bit of dialogue and stuff like that. But you're absolutely right. There are certain scenes when I was still collecting the Avengers and the Mighty Avengers and all that. So all New Avengers. The New Avengers.
Yeah, whatever the books.
They had panels for one page, which is like the same exact image for each single panel. Heads. And it's just exactly what you're saying. Speech bubble change, speech bubble change, speech bubble change. And that's like, come on, really? That's a bit much.
I agree. I feel that Bendis is a little bit overrated. Maybe he's fallen victim to his own... he wrote something great to begin with, and then he just can't quite live up to that. I don't mind dialogue. In a comic book, it's different because I'm reading a comic book, right? I want to see action, I want to see visuals.
Yeah. In
a TV show where you can have both, I think it's fine to have a lot of dialogue. I think it's fine to be wordy.
Absolutely.
And one thing that goes plays to Bendis' advantage is that this is not a established property. He's not writing Captain America or Iron Man. He doesn't have to write them as characters.
Well, this is a book that he's already done for ages now, right?
Yeah, so... And I feel that his independent stuff is maybe better than his using established characters. Things like Torso, and I have read that semi-autobiographical. It's like what's it called? It's something to the effect of how to succeed or how to...
I gotta say,
Anyway.
I haven't read Torso or any of his other stuff. I mean, the only thing that I've probably read from his is obviously like the Avengers, the Mighty Avengers.
But the cursing in this
Ultimate-
thing is kind of a little
I'm
bit
okay
weird.
with the cursing because we know it's not a kids show full stop off the bat, right? So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
cool with
yeah. Oh, but it just... Cursing in a superhero comic book, I don't think I could tolerate.
that. Well, technically, he's not a superhero.
I know. It's not
It's
establishing. It's just me
powers,
and my,
right?
maybe I'm just a bit of a prude, but I don't like... It takes me... It catches me off guard when I hear cursing for a comic book property.
Okay. I think it's okay because it's well, the publishers what Image to Marvel
Like the icons.
Icon, which is all indie stuff, right? So it's not your mainstream superhero comic book.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm okay with it. I think. I mean, if you,
I just think it's weird because and to hear Sholto Copley as well, because this guy, it's almost like
hey,
he's
shouldn't you
becoming
be
famous.
used?
It's like he's famous for cursing now.
Shouldn't you be used to it by now? It's like
What, because I hang
he-
around you all the time?
No, it's like he's acting in it. Oh yeah, that's fine. He's gonna swear for sure. Shouldn't it be like that by now?
Why don't we talk about how much we like Sholto Copley? Have I made that clear? Have I made that...
Alright. Anyways, let us know what you guys think. Please comment below. Actually, we want to know if you guys actually do like Sholto Copley.
I don't
as
know
an
who
actor.
doesn't like Sholto Copley. If you don't like Sholto Copley, tell me why. Give me a message and tell me why you don't like him.
PM him, please, guys.
Go
I don't- I
YouTube
don't wanna be
Sholto
involved.
Copley interviews. How can you not like this guy?
Yeah.
He's like for that. Like I said, for that reason alone, I'm watching this show, and unless it's terrible, unless it sucks so bad, I feel I'll probably watch it episodically, weekly, rather than the binge watching thing.
No, I'm gonna watch it weekly for sure.
Sholto Copley alone is enough to sell me, and the premise does look interesting. I
does.
will say that.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good in terms of production value as well. Granted, this is just a trailer. I don't even know when this thing comes out. And again, this whole exclusive to the PlayStation Network kind of... I'm sure I'll be able to get a copy some way, in some fashion.
I'm sure we will. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I guess let us know what you think, and we will see you next episode.
Hopefully get better soon.